Hello everyone. Welcome to the another lecture on Bluetooth and Wi-Fi technology. So we all are well versed with these two technologies and we use them in our daily life also. So let us start. So these will be the contents for this lecture. In the Bluetooth technology, first of all, we will be having a brief introduction, then how Bluetooth works, advantages and applications. Similarly for Wi-Fi technology. So let's proceed first of all for Bluetooth. As you all know that Bluetooth, what is a Bluetooth device? You have already seen it and you also use it in your daily life. So Bluetooth is a very low powered and a high speed wireless technology. So always remember this, and it is used to mainly link the phones or some portable equipment. The IEEE standard you must always remember for Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. It might be asked, or if not asked directly, then also you can mention if you are asked to write a short note on Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, that the IEEE standard for Bluetooth is IEEE 802.15.1, where this IEEE stands for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. So this is an organization or this is an institute which specifies some standards for the technologies and they are followed worldwide. Okay, so this is IEEE 802.15.1 and it links the phones, computers and other portable devices. The range, yes, when you connect two phones using a Bluetooth, I hope that many of you must be knowing the range, and it is 10 meters approximately. The frequency band on which the Bluetooth operates is 2.4 gigahertz band, and this band is mainly used because it has minimum interference, and Bluetooth can connect up to a maximum of 8 devices. So these are the important points which are to be noted down whenever you are asked about the Bluetooth technology. Now the versions of Bluetooth. See, this whole topics are linked with IoT. We have in the previous lecture we studied IoT. We had a brief introduction of IoT. So Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, all these technologies that we are reading here, they are all being related to IoT. So basically there are two versions of Bluetooth in the market, that one is classic and one is BLE. BLE stands for Bluetooth Low Energy Module, and this BLE is used mainly for those devices which are very small and will be having very low power. So as we are talking about to connect everything, every physical object from very smaller one to a bigger one in IoT, so therefore BLE will be playing a key role, or it is playing a key role in IoT deployments. Alright, so BLE is more prominent in applications where the power consumption is crucial and where small amounts of data are transferred. Okay, now many IoT systems, because they involve small devices, so BLE is more important there. And in 2016 a new version of Bluetooth came, that was Bluetooth 5.0, having twice the speed, 4 times the range, 8 times the advertising capacity. So with improved features, this Bluetooth 5 version was introduced. Now the thing says that how Bluetooth works. See, when you connect a phone to another phone via a Bluetooth, so the one that initiates the connection, that is the master, and the one which responds to the connection, that is the slave. So here master and slave are the two keywords that you need to use when you will be explaining the working of Bluetooth. Okay, and Bluetooth, as the range is very small, so it is a personal area, wireless personal area network. Okay, so it comes under WPAN. So master and slave are the keywords, and as I said that the one which initiates the connection is the master, one which responds to the connection is the slave. So this is how Bluetooth works. Very simple, you can write it in your own words. Advantages of Bluetooth. See, the first advantage is it has minimum of interference, because there is a technique involved in it that is called frequency hopping. Okay, now the frequency, you can have a data rate up to of 725 kbps over here. Then the power consumption is low, security is high, and it not only supports the text data, it also supports the voice data. So these are all the advantages of Bluetooth. Now the applications, as you can see in the pictures also, and you might be using all these equipments in your daily life also. So these are the applications of Bluetooth: codeless desktop, multimedia transfer, ultimate headset, and automatic synchronization. All these are the applications of Bluetooth. Now comes Wi-Fi. See, Wi-Fi, it's a wireless protocol, it's a wireless connectivity protocol. You all know that you connect various devices through Wi-Fi, and the IEEE standard you must know for it is IEEE 802.11. It also plays an important role in IoT, because in IoT you need to connect the devices so that they can share the information, and for that you might need Wi-Fi, because you will be providing the connectivity either through Wi-Fi or through Bluetooth or some other technology. So Wi-Fi is one of them, and you can exchange the information between two or more devices by using this technology. Now, as Bluetooth was, on the one hand, it was WPAN, that means wireless personal area network, because the range over there was limited to 10 meters only. Here the range is somewhat extended from 150 to 300 meters, and here it is wireless local area network. So it is wireless local area network, and it allows local area networks to operate without cable and wiring. It also supports narrowband and broadband IoT applications, and it can work with the varying levels of power consumption. So this is very general Wi-Fi. If you are using it in your daily life, yes, you need to remember some keywords. So learn some technical language, and then you can write it in your own language. Again, there are some features of Wi-Fi, just go through it. See, Wi-Fi has three main components in it. One is the radio signal, because it transmits the radio signals through antenna. So radio signals, antenna, and router, these are the three main components of a Wi-Fi system. And the radio signals are generated, or you can say transmitted, in the air by this router and antenna, and the receivers, which are having Wi-Fi cards, receive those signals, and then they get connected. So this is how Wi-Fi works. Okay, and Wi-Fi depends upon the environment, indoor and outdoor ranges. See here, as you can see, if our router is placed at some distance, so the signals become weak, and if we are close to the router, then in our homes, then the signals become strong. So it depends upon the range also. The speed of the device increases as the computer gets closer to the main source, and the speed decreases as computer gets farther away. So this is the working of Wi-Fi. Applications, we are all using it, especially in this COVID pandemic. We have been using Wi-Fi a lot, because we are doing everything online: video conferencing, mobile applications, business applications, home, computerized, automotive, browsing internet. These are all the applications of Wi-Fi. Advantages: yes, you can move wirelessly from one place to another, and because you don't have wires, so the cost is also reduced here. Setting up and configuration is easy, completely safe. We can also connect internet through via hotspots, and we can connect internet wirelessly. So these are the main advantages of Wi-Fi. So I hope that you must have got an overview of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth technology, and how are they related to IoT, and how are they playing a major role in IoT. That is what is more important. Otherwise, we all know what is Bluetooth in general, what is Wi-Fi technology in general. You need to remember the IEEE standards for both of them. You need to remember their range, their data rates, what are their applications, what are the versions of Bluetooth that have come into the market, which version is more crucial for IoT. So you need to remember all this. Thank you all. If you like my video, do like it, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Thank you.